Hi, my dear children. Now we are going to learn the tale of Custard the dragon. It was written by Ogden Nash. He was born on 19th August 1902 in New York. He worked as a school teacher before becoming a copywriter. His first collection of poems, entitled Headlines, was published in 1931. This poem is about a little girl Belinda who owns many pets, namely a black kitten named Ink, grey mouse named Blink, yellow dog named Mustard, and a coward dragon named Custard. The poet has described every character to be brave except the dragon who is coward. But the whole situation changes when a pirate attacked Belinda's house. In this poem, the central character is a dragon. Its name Custard. The poem tells us we cannot judge a person based on their appearances. In this poem, the dragon is teased by everyone because he had no courage to fight against anything, and also he was a coward. But he proves it before everyone it was wrong. Now we have to look the poem. The Tale of Custard the Dragon. This poem is written in the style of ballad, a song or poem that tells a story that is ballad. You must be familiar with the ballads that narrates tales of courage or heroism. This poem is a humorous ballad close to a parody. Let's read the poem. Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and little grey mouse, and a little yellow dog and a little red wagon, and a really truly little pet dragon. Here, there was a girl named Belinda, and she lived in her little white house, and it had many pets. She had a black kitten and grey mouse, yellow dog, and little pet dragon. She also had a red wagon. Wagon means vehicle. And she also had red vehicle. It used for transporting goods. Here in this stanza we can see the first line alliteration. And what is alliteration? Repetition of the initial consonant sounds in a word of a line. Here lived initial consonant sound is L, and again in the word little initial consonant sound L, that is repeated. That is alliteration. And here and another figure of speech we can see anaphora. What is anaphora? Anaphora, that is repeating a words at the beginning of neighboring sentence. You have to look the third line and beginning with the word and that is repeated again the neighboring sentence, next sentence, and beginning word and is repeated. That is anaphora. Neighboring sentence repeating words at the beginning, that is anaphora. Okay, it's then next one, realio trulio, last line, realio trulio. Here the poet is used wrong spelling instead of correct spelling. It is really truly. For to get a the poet is used the conventional language for to get the beauty of the poem. Real meaning really truly. So that is the poetic license. That is poetic license. Here in the stanza we can see the little, the word little is repeated. That is repetition. What is the rhyme scheme of this poem? And the first line end with a house, the second line end with a mouse. So A. And third line end with a wagon, B. And fourth line end with a dragon. Again B. So rhyme scheme A, B. Next answer. Now the name of the little black kitten was Ink, and the little grey mouse she called him Blink, and the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard, but the dragon was a coward and she called him Custard. Here we have to look the name of her pets, Belinda's pets, and kitten name was what? Ink. Kitten's name was Ink, and she called her grey mouse Blink. And little dog, his color was yellow, just like a sharp as mustard. So she called her Mustard. Okay. Dog's name was Mustard, and dragon was coward. She calls her Custard. And in this stanza we can see the first line, now the name, and that is alliteration, n is initial consonant sound, and again name, n is initial consonant sound, that is alliteration. And here second line beginning with the word and third line beginning with and, that is anaphora. First of all I said repeating a words at the beginning of neighboring sentence, that is anaphora. And next, third line, the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard, that is simile. Dog was sharp as mustard. Okay, in simile we can see the as word as or like, that is the comparison. Dog was compared to mustard, really mustard. So she called her mustard. Okay, mustard here means yellow flower. But the dragon was a coward and she called him custard. That is alliteration, coward. The word initial consonant sound coward, and here again custard. The word C is initial consonant sound. So that is alliteration. Now we have to recollect the name of each characters. Here the characters girl named Belinda and dragon named Custard, kitten Ink, mouse name Blink, and dog name Mustard. All of you remember this one. Don't forget. Usually, dragon was huge, powerful, but in this poem, everyone looks the dragon is covered. Since he covered, she calls him custard. Because of make funny, so he called her custard. Was he really covered? Find out. We have to find out that. Okay. Next answer. Custard the dragon had a big sharp teeth and spikes on the top of him and scales underneath. Mouth like a fireplace chimney for a nose and Relio Tulio daggers on his toes. Here scales means what is scales means thick flakes of skin. Thick flakes means thick layers of skin, and daggers means knife. Last line, daggers, it means knife. In this stanza, poet is describing his physical appearance. Dragon had a big, sharp teeth, and spikes on the top of him. Spikes means a thin pointed piece. It means on the head we can see spikes. As usual, we can see when we see that dragon, we can see a spikes on the top of his head. One pointed piece, and under his skin thick flakes for to protect his feet, thick layers for to protect him. And mouth is like a firehouse. We know when he was angry or something like that, he was so powerful and fire comes out from his mouth. His nose is like chimney, and his toss is like toss is sharp, is just like a knife. Toss means or his nails is sharp, just like a knife. But this dragon was very calm and peaceful as compared to other dragons. Our in this poem, dragon is very calm and quiet as compared to other dragons. And the stanza, the second line is alliteration. The word spikes, S is initial consonant sound. Again, the word scales, S is repeated consonant sound. That is alliteration. And next, mouth like a fireplace. That in this line we can see the word like. That is, mouth is compared to fireplace. So that is simile. Okay, chimney for nose. In that sentence, we cannot see the word like or as, but it is compared to nose is compared to chimney. That is implied comparison, that is metaphor. And really that is the poet is used wrong spelling instead of correct spelling, that is for to get the beauty of the poem. So that is the poetic license, really or truly. Next stanza. Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of bears, and Ink and Blink chased lions down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard cried for a nice safe cage. Here in this stanza, the poet is talking about other characters, and so he says that Belinda was brave girl. Ink and Blink, Ink who is Ink, her kitten, and Blink her mouse, was so powerful and they could chase off lions. Even lions could afraid of ink, and blink. And Mustard, her dog, was so brave like a tiger. And here rage means angry. When he make angry, he was just like a tiger. Her dog Mustard. But Custard, who is Custard? Custard is her dragon. Always wanted a peaceful and calm life. So he does not fight against any other pets. So he cried. Cried here means covered. And he want to live in a safe cage. And this stanza we can see the first line alliteration Belinda. B is consonant sound, initial consonant sound, and again brave. B repeated, again barrel repeated, B is repeated, and again bears, and B is repeated. And that sentence also we can see a simile. The word as is used. Belinda is like compared to the brave barrel full of bears. Barrel means one container full of bears. It means than many bears, and she is brave as many bears. And here and third line you can see Mustard was as brave. The word as is see, that is simile. As brave as tiger, okay, compared to tiger. And next line alliteration Custard. C is repeated, initial consonant sound, and cried. C is repeated, and again cage. C is repeated, okay, that is alliteration. Belinda tickled him, she tickled him unmerciful. Ink, Blink, and Mustard, they rudely called him Percival. They all sat laughing in this little red wagon at the Relio Trilio cowardly dragon. Tickled means tease. And Percival means a hero or soldier. Okay, here Belinda teased the Custard every day without showing mercy because Belinda thought that he was powerful but coward. Ink, Blink, and Mustard also used to make fun of Custard, so they call him Percival. Percival, is a soldier, a soldier who have courage, strength, etc. Here, the Custard is the opposite of Percival. Okay, for to make fun, they used to call him Percival. So every day they could make fun of him and call him coward while they were sitting in the little vehicle. And Trilio already said that is poetic license. And Belinda giggled till she shook the house, and Blink said, "Weak, which is giggling for a mouse?" Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age when Custard cried for a nice safe cage. And giggled means laughed. Okay, then weak, that is wreck. It's a poetic license. Okay, the poet is saying that she laughed the Custard till she shook the house. It means this is an exaggeration. This means to show how much she laughed at him. And Belinda teased Custard and giggled so much. And Ink and Mustard, Ink, her kitten, and Mustard, her dog, asked to his age. And they always ask him, "You have no courage to fight against anyone. You are still covered. You are just like a baby." Likewise, they always said. But Custard never replied to them. So he never kicked them, never hurt them. He always wanted to live in a nice, safe cage. Next answer. Suddenly, they heard a nasty sound, and Mustard growled, and they all looked around. Meow, cried Ink, and ooh, cried Belinda, for there was a pirate climbing in the window. Here, they heard a nasty sound. Nasty means bad, strange sound, and growled means scream. Mustard growled, and next. Pirate means robber. Then winda, it's a wrong spelling, that is correct one, window. Here the poet is used the wrong spelling for to get the rhyming effect. Rhyming effect, Belinda winda, so we have to get bb. For to get a rhyming effect, poet used the wrong spelling. Then the meaning of the stanza. One day they were sitting, they heard a strange sound. They all looked around who had come. So in this house, Ink cried meow and Belinda cried ooh, and they saw a parrot entered into the house through window. Pirate means a robber entered into their house through window. Okay, here this sound. A word represents sounds or echoes, that is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is one of the figure of speech, and when a word represent its sounds, that is onomatopoeic words. Here we can see the meow and oo, that is a sounds. That is figure of speech, one of. Next answer, pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right, and he held in his teeth a cutlass bright. His beard was black, one leg was wood. It was clear that the pirate meant no good. Here, cutlass means a short sword, wall, with a curved blade. Okay, in this stanza, the poet describing the pirate how he dangerous, and he had a pistol, one in each of his hand, and between his teeth he fixed a sharp sword with a curved blade. Okay, he had black beard and his leg was wood. It means he was crippled. So they understood that, and he was obviously he had come into the house without permission, without their permissions. So it was too bad. Next answer. Belinda paled and she cried, help, help, but Mustard fled with a terrified yelp. Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household, and Little Mouse blinked strategically household. Here, help, help, that is repetition, already said, and trickled means reached, and strategically, strategically with the cunning nature, it means tantraparamaita. And in this answer, the meaning Belinda, out of fear, she cried, but Mustard ran away, and instead of facing Pirate, he ran away because he was terrified. Mustard, her dog. In the previous stanza, the poet describes they all seem to be brave, but in this stanza, we can see they all are actually not brave, and there were nothing like that. And Ink also ran away. Ink, her kitchen, ran away, and he trickled down to the bottom of the household. It means he hide to the bottom of the household. And Blink, Mouse, he went back to his hall because of terrified. But up jumped Custard, snorting like an engine, clashed his tail like irons in a dungeon. With a clatter and clank and a jangling scream, he went at a parrot like a robin at a worm. Here, snorting means it's a sound. It sudden make a sudden explosive sound. And clashed means fight. Here, dungeon means underground prison, and clank means it's a rattle sound, big sound. Jangling squirm, it means a sound of a hard object falling on each other, just like a metallistic sound. Here, robin, it's a kind of a bird. In this stanza, everyone was we can see everyone was covered, but they used to tease Custard. But in real nature, they all were covered. All of them were ran away. Nobody could face the pirate because of afraid. But he was the one. Custard faced the pirate. Custard, dragon. Custard jumped to the pirate with a sudden explosive sound like an engine, and he clashed. It means he clashed his tail to the pirate, as the just like the iron chains stuck in the dungeon floor, stuck in the underground floor. And he went to the pirate just like a robin attack a little worm. Robin, it's a kind of a bird, and just like a bird attacked the worm, just like the dragon, Custard, attacked the pirate, and he also produced a big sound by using his strength. In this stanza, the first line, snorting like an engine. Here, like, the word like, it's a simile. He produced a sound that is just like an engine make the sound. And this next sentence, his tail like an irons in a dungeons. It is also simile. And next sentence, next he went at the pirate like a robin at a worm. His attack, Custard's attack to the pirate is just like a robin, the bird attack worm. It is also simile. The pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon and gulped some grog from his pocket flagon. He fired 2 bullets, but they didn't hit, and Custard gobbled him every bit. Here, gaped. Gaped means the mouth opened with anxiety. And gulped. Gulped means swallowed. And grog. Grog means drink. And flagon. Flagon means silver container. Container of water, silver container, bottle, it's just like bottle. And gobbled. Gobbled means ate, the past tense of eat. Okay, here Belinda was amazed with the wonder because he could not believe the sight of a dragon fight with a pirate. When she was afraid, she swallowed the drink from her silver bottle which she kept in her pocket, and the pirate fired 2 bullets, but it missed. At last he ate the pirate every last bit. Custard, at last Custard ate the pirate every last bit. Next answer. Belinda embraced him, Mustard licked him. No one mourned for his pirate victim. Ink and Blink and Glee did Garrett around the dragon that ate the pirate. Here, Garrett means danced, and Glee means happy. Here, in this stanza, Belinda embraced him with happiness, embraced Custard with happiness. Mustard also licked him. No one had no sadness for this pirate victim. Ink and Blink was also happy, and they danced because pirate was killed by Custard, and the dragon and this Custard also ate the pirate. So they all were happy. Next answer. But presently up spoke little dog Mustard. I would have been twice as brave if I hadn't been flustered. And up spoke Ink and up spoke Blink. We would have been 3 times as brave, we think. And Custard said, I quite agree that everybody is braver than me. In this paragraph, he continued that the real nature of a person can never be changed, because although they were thankful because their lives were saved by Custard. But after some time, Ink, Blink, Mustard, they also started boasting of their bravery again. Mustard, her dog, saying, I am twice as brave as Custard, but I'm just confused that time. In his opinion, the pirate came. When the pirate came, suddenly he was confused and that time not able to attack the pirate. And Ink and Blink also, her Ink and Blink, her kitten and her mouse, Belinda's mouse, also saying that he would have 3 times brave as Custard, and Custard does not say anything, he just agree what they said. They all are boosting their bravery again. But the Custard does not say anything. He just agree what they said. He said yes because he did not want to waste his time explaining himself. That he said, yes, I agree with you. Everybody is braver than me. That the Custard said. Belinda still lives in her little white house with her little black kitchen and her little grey mouse and her little yellow dog and her little red wagon and her really truly little pet dragon. And here Belinda, she still lives in the same house with her pets. Which are the pets? Black kitten named Ink and mouse named Blink and a dog named Mustard and the dragon named Custard. And she also had a vehicle for a travel vehicle, red vehicle. Palintha is as brave as barrel full of bears, and Ink and Blink chase lions down the stairs. Mustard is as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard keeps crying for a nice safe cage. We already said this paragraph shows Belinda, Ink, Blink, Mustard. They also believe that they all are courageous, powerful, and brave. We come to know that some people can never be changed. They would not see themselves what they have really are. The true courage of people can only be seen in difficult times. When a person has difficult situation or difficult times, he could face that situations. At that time, we can see the courage of that persons. I hope it's clear. Thank you.